I wouldn't say I had a drinking problem, but I didn't like who I'd become when I had alcohol, and alcohol became like a kind of a staple of my life. And then my grandmother passed away, and I noticed that if I would have carried on drinking, it probably wasn't going to put me in a really good place. So I decided to stop drinking, went back to university, part of the society and stuff. I love my society. But I didn't need an excuse not to go to BOP, but having Alpha on a Wednesday when BOP was made it really easy to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to Alpha, I can't come out tonight, I'm going to Alpha. The way I got introduced to Alpha was I went to a nosh. The first ever nosh I went to, I sat down at the table, as you do, and the guy who was running it sat on my table and he started talking about it, and I was like, that sounds nice. And then he was like, there's free food, and I was like, I'm there. So I went to the first one, and it was on the Wednesday, so I got out of going to BOP, and yeah, I just kept on coming back. And I met Jack and Lois there, and then Jack was like, you should come to Life, I'm gonna be talking at Life. So I was like, okay, I'll come and check it out, okay. And then when I got to Life, I met Sam, I met Jess, I met Florence, and Florence showed me her polka dot Bible, and I was like, that's kind of cool, maybe I want one of them just to read. I was talking to Jess and Sam, and they said they can get me one, and they got me one, and then I read it, and Jack said, Jack was doing John 8, I think, at the time, I'm not quite sure which number, but it was like the one where Jesus writes the name in the sand, and then he kind of just wipes it away. He's like, well, look, it's not lasting forever, it's gone. And it's the one that's like, if you've done that sin, don't then hate on someone else for doing that sin. And I was like, he spoke to me on a deep level, and I was like, wow. And then I kind of just was like, oh, okay, I'll come next week, I'll come the week again. And then they were singing songs. I was like, I don't know these songs. Then I learnt the songs, I really loved them, and yeah, it just became my new community, and I just love it. I love everyone there. I've been coming to Life, I've been doing the readings, and I was just having a really bad time, and the 24 hours of prayer came up, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go for a little bit. Then I ended up staying for like 7 hours, I think. And while I was there, I was talking to Lois about these feelings that I was having, and she was like, those feelings aren't from God. She's like, God would never do that to you. He'd never make you feel horrible about yourself. He only wants to love you and let you love others and stuff like that. And I was like, it meant a lot. And then we had a really deep chat, and then Jack came over, and then Jess came over, and Florence came over, and then they just prayed for me. And like, I felt God with me in that moment, taking away the negative thoughts and just telling me that that's not what I have for you. I've got so much more planned for your life, more than you even know. And like, I described it at Alpha the other day as like a tingling in my brain. And like every now and again, I'd get these tinglings in my brain, like before I even started church, and I'd be like, don't do this, that's not right. And I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. And sometimes I'd do it anyway, and then get the consequences of doing that. And sometimes I'd listen to it and be like, oh, okay, oh, thank gosh I avoided that. But yeah, so then I felt, they prayed for me, and I literally like full on like Kim Kardashian, like ugly cried. It was horrible, I was snotting everywhere. And I never felt more loved than I did like in that moment with those guys who I'd only known for like not even a month, I don't think. And I was just like crying on them. And I don't, like, if you know me, I don't like, I'm not a fan of emotions. But I just like broke down crying. Yeah, that was a good day. It was a great day. Next, I'm going home, back to London. I'm finding a church back in London. It'll be fun. This summer, Florence and I are going church hunting in Cambridge, because I'm working in Cambridge for the summer, so we're going church hunting so Flo can find herself a church that she likes, that's local to her. I've been thinking about this a lot actually, because I can just see myself like doing school outreach, doing it sounds really ridiculous and really like the Kelly, but I'm gonna be a preacher one day, pretty much. I can see it, like I can just see it in myself. And that's gonna start with finding a church, helping out with that church, doing the youth groups at the church, like just working my way up through the church, alongside teaching, because I didn't just go to university to not teach, because my parents would kill me. Yeah, but no, I can see myself being part of a church in the long run, and yeah, I guess I have Nosh to thank for that. If I didn't go to Nosh, I wouldn't be where I am today.